Hey everyone, so it's time for a bit of an off-the-cuff video. I've noticed a lot of comments coming in, and usually, I don't make videos to address comments. In fact, I actually disabled comment notifications so that they don't pop up on my email anymore, because frankly, the whole thing is a bit of a sludge that just drags everything down. It's just the way comments go. But I think there's actually a really valid comment that, line of thought that I should definitely talk about, and it's actually something that's kind of interesting, and that is the idea. A lot of people saying, are you not spoiling Warlords of Draenor by playing the beta first and doing all this stuff? When the game comes out in live, will you not be bored shitless? Well, frankly, it's actually a really interesting question and a bit of a mini discussion topic. Now, this is completely unscripted, etc., so apologies if this ends up not being the most concise and well-constructed argument, but hey, it is what it is. So, first of all, I think the one immediate response to that is, yes, maybe I won't enjoy it as much on launch, but I am enjoying it a lot now. And that absolutely is the case. Obviously, enjoying it a lot now and enjoying it a lot at launch is completely different, and I think enjoying it a lot at launch would be more fun, and frankly, to the vast majority of players, I would always recommend not to play the beta. Unless it's maybe something like an EA beta where people would want to maybe get a feel for the game and see, like say with Titanfall. If people want to see, well, do I enjoy the gameplay of this? Am I, do I think I'll pick it up when it finally comes out? Hint, don't pre-order. Things like that. But for World of Warcraft, the betas are more about testing and feedback and finding out stuff. That's one thing that I do like about Blizzard. They're not really as much into marketing betas. Now, I know they do a lot of key giveaways and things like that, and yes, that's partially marketing. But, like what Zaram has said many times, is the vast majority of keys actually do go out just to people's accounts. So anyway, this whole beta testing thing is kind of different in WoW. It's about finding out the features, finding any problems that there might be, giving feedback and doing all that. And then it's actually a bit different from my perspective. I'm very, lucky in that I do have a kind of unique way of doing WoW or whatever. And the whole YouTube thing's going on, and that really does fundamentally change what the game is for you. And this is something that I've heard a lot of YouTubers talk about in the past, but for me, WoW is more than just a pastime game hobby thing. It's also a bit of a job. You'll find, most of the time when I log into the game, it is to film something for a video. And it changes things. I'm not necessarily saying that what I do makes the game worse or anything like that. It's more that it's different. I enjoy making videos, I enjoy analyzing things in-game, I enjoy making guides, and of course, I still love playing the story and the leveling up and doing all that, and the raids, of course. I've been raiding for years, I love it. So, it's all stuff that I enjoy, but also there's the whole video making element to it. So, really, for me, the beta is just like this big pot of honey to enjoy. I can go around and I can explore things, and then I can share my thoughts and things. And to me, that's actually really enjoyable and really worthwhile. And that's one of the reasons why I have been doing a lot of beta coverage. Another reason why I've been doing loads of beta coverage is because nothing's been going on live, and a lot of people have still got that WoW itch. I know that there were many times when I wasn't playing World of Warcraft, say in Cataclysm, or maybe the end of Wrath when things kind of slowed down a bit, where I would still, listen to the instance, and I'd watch Total Biscuit's videos and things like that, and that would kind of fulfill my WoW fix. So, my choice for this summer was, do I do lots of beta content, or do I not do that much at all because nothing's happening? And I think the beta content was the right thing to do. Both in terms of performance on the channel. I mean, things have really blown me away the last while. It's been rather insane. And that's, of course, awesome. I'm really happy about that. And also, just it's providing me with a summer of enjoyment. That's one thing I will say, to everyone who's saying, this beta is just ruining your fun. Trust me, I'm having a lot of fun right now, actually. And I know that, my sort of approach with videos is try, a little bit more, sort of critical eye, a bit more analysis and stuff like that, and thoughts and opinions, and, so if I find something that I want to maybe talk about that's not 100% positive, then I'm happy to do so. And I think because of that, a lot of people have got this misconstrued idea that I'm kind of playing the beta, burning myself out on it, and then subsequently I'm not going to enjoy Warlords, and I'll just turn into one of those people who spends all their time talking about, I'm still playing WoW and making YouTube videos about it, but I fucking hate WoW. It's terrible. Meh. Nah, I kind of love World of Warcraft. I mean, I would be pretty insane if I hated this game and played it all the time. In fact, Warlords of Draenor is shaping up to be an expansion that I'm going to have a lot of fun in. Yes, I have my problems, and I'm sure you are all very aware of them. But you take the good with the bad, and there's always a mixture of both, and the whole process of talking about the good and the bad is what allows us all to learn, both as players and also as people who are interested in, like, design and development. You know, right now, I'm kind of busy with university doing things and, you know, learning how to code and things like that, so I've got no real way to just design a game or make a game other than little project things and stuff like that. But even if I am doing a project in university, it's mainly just like, yeah, you're making a game, but we're assessing you on the code. And there's no real room to design there, so what I actually get a lot of personal enjoyment and learning from is going into World of Warcraft and just kind of analyzing shit. And I find that to be really enjoyable, and I find that I learn a lot from that. And, you know, for me, like, learning the pursuit of knowledge is absolutely something that I do find to be very enjoyable. So going back to that idea of, is the beta ruining my fun? No, I actually have learnt a lot about the beta, from the beta. And both in terms of World of Warcraft, but also just in terms of ways of thinking things. You know, I've learnt a lot in terms of how I make videos and do all that. And that's all stuff that I find really enjoyable as well. So I think really it's really just like a product of a lot of us coming at this from loads of different angles. And every angle has got its own plus and minus. I know that I'm never going to be able to relive that experience at the very start of Wrath of the Lich King, where I knew nothing about that expansion. Nothing. And I played that, and little young naive me was absolutely mind blown. I had the best of times, and it was wonderful. I know I'm not going to relive that again. And I suppose to, you know, a lot of the people who are saying, hey, you're ruining it. You know, I do see where you're coming from. And that's, I suppose, why I'm making this video. Because, yes, it's a YouTube comment thing, but it's also a bit of an interesting way of just talking about things, you know? So I'm never going to be able to relive that stuff. But that's one thing I lose, but in terms of what I gain all the stuff that I previously talked about. You know, I get to look at things, analyze things, sort of refine my craft when it comes to making videos, and of course I get to enjoy the expansion early, and I can tell you that, yeah, I won't get to enjoy leveling at launch, but I've enjoyed leveling in the beta with all the voice acting in, with all the cinematics in, and I've had a wonderful time. I've not talked about things like that on the channel specifically because I want to focus on features and stuff like that. Because I know that little, like, naive me would not have enjoyed Wrath so much if I'd have just watched it all in a Let's Play or something, you know, beforehand. So yeah, that's really what's going on. It's just two different ways of approaching things. Yeah, and they kind of just go in as a pure, you know, only approaching things from the side of being, you know, like, just playing as like a hobby. That's probably the best way to enjoy World of Warcraft as a game. Like, just purely as a game, but I think that what I'm doing is one of the best ways for me to enjoy World of Warcraft in terms of whatever the hell it is for me, because I don't know. I'm interested in the design of games, I'm interested in making videos about games, and I'm also interested in playing games. It's just that there's more elements. I'm not necessarily saying that it's better or worse. In fact, for many people, it's probably better, but you know what? For many more people, the way I'm doing things is probably worse, and that's fine. And the one thing, though, is that I think a lot of people are also concerned that come Warlords launch, I will be bored of this. And by the way, I don't think I will be, because I know there's a lot of, I know about the content I want to do, and I'm ready to just gnash my teeth into that. But a lot of those people are saying that, like, hey, you know, you're going to be bored, that's going to reflect in your content, you know, we might see videos saying Warlords of Draenor leveling is boring, etc. And that's not because it's boring, it's because you've already done it. That's not really the case. I mean, I'm already on the record saying that this is some of my favorite leveling yet, and in fact, I don't even know when this video is going to go up, but in and around this time I'll have a video about characters and storytelling and how I just think it's wonderful how they've done things. So yeah, look, on the whole, just to go back to the very basic point about, is the beta spoiling things? Yeah, sure. It opens some doors, it closes others, and everyone will get a different amount of enjoyment from whatever is opened or closed, and it's just a personal thing. And that really is it. It's impossible to give a, you know, definite answer that will fit everyone. There is no way to do that. We all approach this game from different and completely valid perspectives and reasons. So yeah, there is my thoughts on that. A bit of a long-winded answer, but TLDR, I understand exactly that sentiment. It's one that I've kind of shared or held before, when, you know, playing betas before I did the whole YouTube and you know, all that stuff. But now that I am in this situation, I'm having an absolute blast. I cannot wait for the Warlords of Draenor launch. I can't wait to make all the guides and the videos, and that's stuff that I'm really going to just get my teeth into, and I'm going to enjoy the living hell out of it. It'll be great. I remember back, just quick little side note before the end of the video, I remember back in MOP when I started the channel, and back then it was, you know, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, and, you know, I was playing all those things in the PTR, and to a lesser degree, you could apply the same argument, but I had so much fun exploring the PTR and finding out new information, and then when the patch finally launched, I enjoyed getting all my characters up to snuff, and making all the guides and doing things like that. It's just, yeah, different strokes for different folks. Would that be the thing here? I don't know. This video has been an absolute mess. Why the hell are you still listening? Yeah, anyway, look, that's about it from me. Enjoy your game. We can all enjoy our game. Yay, let's be happy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.